Welcome back to the High Value Man Conversation. This is episode 12, and this is how to dream big, how to get over the fear of doing something new. You might notice that I'm in a new location here, guys. I have the privilege and honor to just interview Andy Frisella with First Form. This is a fitness empire that rivals Nike and Gatorade, and it was an amazing interview that's coming out here in a couple weeks. But this episode is all about how you take on that next big challenge, whatever it may be. And maybe this challenge is in the area of women. You're going to approach that beautiful woman and ask her out, take her on a date, woo her and win her over. Or maybe it's a work challenge you're going to take on, from the capacity of asking for the promotion, asking for what you know you deserve, asking or building or leaving the work, that dead-end job, and starting your own business. Or maybe it's in the world of men, because you know that you need to be in a community of badass, savage servants that are going to give you feedback. They're going to challenge you. They're going to give you confrontation. They're going to be competitive with you and support you with a healthy community. But you know that you need to level up. And so how do you first take that first step? How do you take that first step? Because fear will paralyze you. So I want to share with you a couple of tactics and strategies, techniques that I use, because guess what? No matter where you are, who you are, how big your platform is, or what a badass you are, how much money's in your bank account, fear will still cripple you. And so you have to know how to overcome that fear. And I got 5 steps for you. I got an easy acronym to remember so you can overcome the fear and start living the life of fulfillment, my friends. But before I get into that, I want to share with you first off that today's interview that we had with Andy was awesome. It was a powerful interview, but my palms are sweating. Andy's a big, badass, and he's a teddy bear at heart, but he's got a booming business. He's got millions of followers. He has a huge impact. He's got the #1 podcast out there. And so there was definitely that moment where I was like, man, can I do this? Am I going to freeze? Am I going to fuck up? And that same feeling, you know what? That is the same feeling that showed up a few weeks ago when I did my 20-minute comedy bit that I shared with you guys, my stretch to get on stage and deliver comedy to a room full of strangers. Man, that was also terrifying. Palms were sweating, heart was racing, and that fear creeped up. And it's happened before. It's happened when I reached out to Rachel and I wanted to take her on a date. That fear will cripple you. But the thing is, if you want to live that great life, if you want to have the woman of your dreams, the work of your dreams, and make the impact, inspire, and truly live a life of fulfillment, you have to be able to do things that scare you consistently, constantly, always. You don't get to stop. You don't get to stop. So just know that no matter what you're looking at, who you are following, everybody that you're admiring on the social media, they still feel that fear, but they do it anyway. Andy shared something today that I thought was a beautiful segue to this conversation. But courage is always rewarded. Courage is always rewarded. So in the face of fear, feel it and do it anyway, because courage is always rewarded. All right, I got 5 steps for you. 5 steps to break free your fear and to learn to live in excellence and start taking on those challenges. And the acronym that I have for you guys is RELAX. Just relax, RELAX, relax. And each letter of relax stands for what you can do before you take on that big challenge. So today's interview was actually supposed to be yesterday. And we flew in, we've been traveling this last week. We were in Dallas, house hunting. We had a 2-day mastermind that we were at. It was busy. And the first letter of relax actually stands for rest. If you're going into something big that is challenging your comfort zone, that is going to cause you to stretch, you want to go in as well rested as possible. So even though the interview was yesterday, we actually had an opportunity to move it today, and I was like excited about it because that meant that I got a full night of rest. I got to go in and get my 7-8 hours of sleep. And yes, I said 7-8 hours of sleep. I got to prioritize my wind down routine. If you guys don't have an evening routine, the same way you have a morning routine, your rest is going to give you the capacity to take on more. So what does that mean? That means last night we prioritized rest and relaxation and sleep. That means that there was no alcohol. I don't drink very much, but when I do, I certainly don't do it before the next day of a big thing like interviewing Andy Frisella. There was a decompression time, meaning there was no computers, there was no social media, there was no TV 2 hours before bed, and I prioritized making sure that I didn't eat too closely to bed either. These things allow your body to decompress so you can go into that state of sleep. I even took a hot bath. And for those dudes out there that are not in the bath state yet, let me just tell you that is one of the best ways to relax into the evening, is one of my hacks, especially when I'm traveling. to relax the body, rest the mind, and get a good night's sleep. So in that RELAX acronym, your first one is rest. If you want to take on something new, you have to go in rested, my friends. Nobody wants to go to war, go to battle without the sleep. You can do it, you can push through it, but if you want to constantly push the envelope to being your best self, you got to get that rest. The E stands for energy. And I want to leave with you a little quote on this one. Energy grows where focus goes. Energy grows where focus grows. So whether it is positive energy or negative energy, it's all energy at the same time. And it's whatever you're focusing on that you're going to feel more of. So if you're focusing on messing up, if you're focusing on failing, if you're focusing on making a mistake, if you're focusing on stumbling over your words, if you're focusing on what they're going to say, if you're focusing on all the horrible things that could possibly go wrong in this new thing you're going to do, whether step on stage, ask that lady out, ask for the promotion, if you're focusing on the negativity, guess what? All of that's going to grow. It's going to grow. And so you have to be positive with your thinking. You have to be positive with your affirmations and be very positive with your self-talk and focus your energy on positivity. What is the best possible outcome? How can you add value as a man? How can you show up and add enthusiasm, excitement? Keep your energy high, because energy is given where energy is given, so that you can show up and be your best. So focus on the best and focus on the best outcome possible, and your energy will follow that as well. The L stands for learn. Learn. You got to study the topic. If you want to be well prepared for anything you're stepping into, whether it's an interview, a podcast, a new job, a new promotion, stepping on stage, doing something new and exciting, learn what you can before you step into the actual battle, the actual competition, so that you're prepared. You have something to follow. You've got a blueprint. You've followed in the footsteps of people that have gone before you. Learn, learn, learn. There are so many ways that you can prepare for new things. Like if it is going to be asking a girl out, you can maybe talk to some other guys that have the woman that you are, or a woman, like a woman that you're looking for. Maybe don't talk to the guy that has the woman that you want. That wouldn't be a very good way to learn. But learn by following the footsteps of people that have done it before. And so maybe you have a new promotion that you'd like. How much can you learn about the position you're stepping into? Maybe it's a new job, a new opportunity, a new business. How can you study and be prepared and actually visualize and see yourself in that position of success? If you've got a podcast interview with someone that is on your Dream 100, how can you learn about them, their business, their likes, their dislikes, their relationships that they're in, the things that are meaningful, so you can bring something meaningful to the conversation so you show up as a man of value? If you've got a first date with a gal, what can you learn about her, her interests, the things that she's interested in before you ever get to the date? Do your due diligence in preparation before you step into the thing that you're a little bit afraid of, and your fear will be lessened. That's one of the best ways, my friend, is prepare and learn for the actual thing you're stepping into. The A stands for act often. Act often. Take action. We know this. Pam is the passive-aggressive man. He's passive with his hopes, his dreams, his desires. He's passive with women, work, and the world of men. He's passive with everything, and so he doesn't take action. The alternative to Pam is a high-value man that takes action. He moves forward with momentum, and he takes one win, one success, and uses that as a leverage point for the next one. You bet your best bet that after the last stretch that I did, I'm already planning my next one. I'm stacking another win on the confidence and competence from my last win, so that I can continue the momentum of success. Success is a formula, and it is all about the action that you take. The more downtime that you have between the actions that you do, the higher likelihood that you're going to fail, and then the fear is going to start looping in your brain, and you're not going to take action on the thing that you should. So act often, act often, act often, take action. Even if it's just a little bit of action, take some action towards that dream, that hope, that desire, that thing that you want. And the very last one, X, is to examine the results. Examine the results of the thing that you did. Go back and look at the blueprint. Go look at the play. Go look at the thing that you did and give yourself the feedback, honest, open criticism and critique on how you could have done better. If you can get that feedback and improve yourself by 1 degree, one small bit, and maybe it's you're asking a woman out and the first date doesn't go that great. Maybe you're in a line of work that you don't love. How did you get there? What are the decisions that took you there? How can you change? Because the only person that can change is you, my friend. How can you improve yourself by 1 degree, 1%, so you can take on the next big battle? So many people forget about this part. They don't want to get the feedback. They do the thing. Maybe step on stage. They step on stage and they share something, or they've got a message, or they're getting on social media for the first time and they're stretching. Some of my guys right now in the High Value Man Accelerator, they're stretching by getting on camera every single day, talking and sharing one piece of a book that has moved them, and they're getting over the fear of rejection by talking on camera. Now, all these guys, what they don't know in next week's lesson is we're going to be examining the feedback that they got. So we're going to be looking at their engagement, we're going to be looking at their likes, we're going to be looking at how many people are following, engaging, sharing with their content. Over time, whatever that is, that thing that you do that caused you to be courageous, it should improve. If it's not improving, you're not looking at the data. And if you're not looking at the data, it's for one of two reasons. Number one reason is you're afraid of getting the feedback. Number two reasons is you're being lazy. And as a high value man, we're always improving. That 1 degree of improvement is going to make you a success in any area of life. So my friends, recap this for you. Relax. Relax. If you want to take on something new, if you want to take on a new position at work, you want to leave that 9 to 5 and start a business, build your entrepreneurial dream, kick something off. If you want to approach that woman of your dreams, maybe you want to start dating your wife again. You want to start inspiring and igniting that passion, that excitement. You want to take on something new like salsa dancing, that relationship. Or maybe you want to step on stage and do an improv or comedy class. Or maybe you want to get over your fear of talking, and so you're going to start picking up your phone and sharing something on social media. Or maybe you've got a business that you know you should be starting, a project that you know you should be doing. It's going to take courage. Courage shows up in the face of fear, and fear can either cripple you or it can motivate you to do something, but it doesn't have to cripple you if you follow this step. Relax, relax. Make sure you're getting rest. Make sure you're focusing on your energy, because where your energy goes, your focus grows. Where your focus grows, your energy goes. And so pay attention to what you're putting your energy into. L is learn. Learn about the thing that you are doing. Learn as much as you can. Study it. Become a student of this area that you're stepping into so that you have all of the data, all of the information to be well prepared. A is act often. Take action, my friend. Even if it's one step in the right direction, just take action and then examine the results of everything you're doing. All right, my friends, much love, many blessings. If you love this episode, do me a favor and like it, share it, leave me a review, tag a friend that needs to relax so he can get the best life that he deserves. And do me a favor, shoot me a message, shoot me a DM. I'd love to hear what kind of content you'd like to see, or maybe the next interview you'd like me to have with a high value man out there. And again, if you love this episode, please do me a favor and subscribe, share, and I'll talk to you soon. Boom.